Hello, YouTube. I'm back again. Today, I want to basically rant, because some things out there is happening that we just not picking up on. I mean, it's obvious too. Okay, but let me tell you what's happening out in California. That I read this today, and I figured that a lot of people in California didn't get the message, but I'm gonna throw this out there. It was the law passed in 2018 in California concerning the treatment of hogs and pigs in California. Apparently, that the hogs and pigs out there in California has to be treated humanely. And if they're not treated humanely, then you can lose your license. So what I mean by that is, right now, only 4%, not 44% of hog operations now comply. And people say, oh, 4%, but you got to January to get this together because the winter is coming. And this is going to affect everybody because consumers out there in California roughly eat 15% of all the pork in USA. That's include bacon, you know what I mean, and pork chops and pork roasts and ribs. I mean, how you gonna have a barbecue without ribs out there? How you gonna have a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich without bacon? But it's coming out in California. This is gonna happen because, like I say, only 4% comply. Okay, so let me give you some numbers. 255 million pounds of bacon and pork they eat a month. 255 million pounds a month. That's a lot. But Cali, right now, they only supply, this is what they make out there, 45 million pounds. That's what they make themselves, but they still had to import 210 million pounds of bacon from other states like Iowa and stuff like that. And so what's going to happen is that these people in Iowa are not going to want to pay that extra 15% a pig that it's going to take to make these pigs more humane when they got to kill them, keep them in a more humane situation. And the 15% a pig is a lot of money. I mean, not just 50% overall, a pig, one pig, 15%. That's a lot of money. And so what's going to happen is these people are not going to want to pay that 15% and send it out to California. You see what I'm saying? So you're looking at a bacon shortage in California, rib shortage, a pork chop shortage, and it's going to come in California because a lot of places, a lot of people are not going to want to go with those new rules that they getting. See, this is part of what I was saying. They're going to make sure that we're not eating real meat anymore. They're going to make sure that the chickens get some kind of swine flu, that the calves get some mad cow disease, and the pigs going to be so expensive that we got to treat them humanely that we won't be able to eat. Fake meat is coming. Be ready to get that vegetable base. They say it's veggie based, but it could be 1% veggie and 99% whatever is in there. I'm just telling you, watch out for that fake meat because it's coming. And another thing that's happened out in California, I was saying bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes, but you won't be able to afford the tomatoes because they had a drought. And tomato company out there and all the the producers out there took a hit. And California processed 90% of all the tomatoes in the United States. Bet you didn't know that. And they make, I'm talking about the tomatoes that make the pastas and stuff, like your sauces and stuff like that, your pizza sauces and all those sauces, So what happened is that they had this bad weather this year with the drought. They gonna have the prices going way up for tomatoes. So look at that coming. And like I said, if the price of this bacon actually just jumps because they have to pay that extra 15%, you talking about bacon that may cost $6 a pound now. I'm just giving out some numbers. It's easy to match. They'll be up to like $9.60 a pound. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be over 50% increase on that pound of bacon that you're gonna have to buy. So keep an eye out. This is coming. This is coming. This is in January. I'm talking right now. You know, we always mention winter is coming, and the winter is hard on everybody. All they need is another gas line problem, and you watch how much gas prices increase. And it's coming. You know, the gas prices ain't went down. It don't look like they're gonna go down. They're gonna go up. If anything, so we might be looking at $7 a gallon of gas by the end of the year. So I'm just saying things are coming out. That's why I'm ranting, because we're at our end of our rope as far as this stuff going with this inflation stuff. It's gonna get worse. It's not gonna get any better. It's a serious issue. And I've been telling people, you gotta prep and you gotta prepare. And I gotta tell you one thing that I posted one of my older videos about prepping on a Facebook page. I don't have a Facebook page like that. I have a prepper group that I post stuff in, and one of the people that was in there saying, "Am I worried about somebody robbing and killing me and taking my stuff?" Nope, I'm not afraid. I don't have the spirit of fear. I'm cautious, but I don't have the spirit of fear. I don't know what fear is when it comes to somebody coming taking my stuff, because see, I was born and raised that if you want some, you got to come get some. You see what I'm saying? I would never let nobody take my lunch money when I was in school. I'm not going to let nobody take my stuff from my house. I'm not going to let anything happen to me or mine here. So don't worry about what I do or here when I post stuff. It's not going to be a dangerous situation. They just want to throw that out if they watching. So anyway, like I say, it's going to be a real mother. It's gonna be a real mother for you, okay? When this stuff started happening, because it's already started. It's obviously creeping up on us, and there's nothing we can do. I watched a video by with Just Josh. Just Josh, he posted a video on the 31st. And he hit on some good points. So if you have a chance to catch that video that he posted on the 31st, it was called "Get Your House in Order." Check it out. And he was on there. He says words that I usually don't use as far as language wise, but I just not what I do. But I'm just saying, he hit on all the points. So we got to be ready. You got to prep. You got to have your stuff in order. I'm just concerned because we are so divided as a people. That when stuff do happen and the powers that's behind the powers, all these different groups they got in the Washington D.C. and our political party, they got groups behind groups, and they got these lobbyists and stuff like that. They're not even politicians, but they controlling what they do. The people with the money. You know who I'm talking about? The people with the money. They out there. They causing such a great rift in America and in the entire world that things are gonna happen. I just read an article the other day. I seen it on the news or something. They said New Zealand is the best place to survive an apocalypse. We've been talking about New Zealand and Greenland. That's nothing new to a prepper. We know that. You know what I mean? But what can we say? We just hope and dream that everything works out okay, because that's all we can do when the SHTF goes past the 100% point. Like I say right now, we at 77%, and it don't look like it's going down. Well, the meter did go down a little bit from 80% to 3%, but I think the meter's about to go back up again. It's like the doomsday clock when I was a kid. We had the doomsday clock, and it was at 1 minute to 2 minutes till, all that stuff. Now I got the SHTF clock, and we at 77%. And when the winter comes, we might hit 100%, because that the winter is always worse, because the weather gets bad. Right now, this summer was terrible. It's still going on. And then, we had all this rain. People were getting flooded out. I mean, we had fires. We still got fires. And then the tornadoes, they coming up the coast. They don't even talk about tornadoes anymore. Now we having earthquakes that's so, it's just like regular thing now. You know what I mean? I'm talking about heavy earthquakes, 6 and above. And it's a regular thing now, but people just say, okay, it's all right. Don't worry about it. I worry about all that stuff, because all that stuff is connected, and all that stuff is going to affect you. And right now, you can see how it's affecting us at the market. The stuff that's happening out in these places what makes our food and stuff like that is, boom, you can see it at the store. You go to the store, your shelves are empty on some places. Or they got some kind of brand that don't even have English names on it. You know what I mean? There's some food we got from China that they get from us and they send back to us. I mean, it's just crazy out here. You know, I was talking to somebody the other day. I think I was on Corsair Trainers channel, and we talk about coffee. So, you know, I'm not a coffee drinker, but I'm just saying, coffee and tea is going through the roof now. But people don't notice that because, see, what they get their information from is from mainstream TV news. And if they don't say it, it don't happen. You see what I'm saying? So we being mind controlled because if they don't say it, it don't happen. And local TV, a lot of times, all they want to talk about is who getting shot or who getting gunned down, you know, sensationalize that so they can come in and disrupt our Second Amendment rights. Because I'm going to tell you right now, people, water, food, protection, home, or someplace you need to stay to fortify it. Because when this stuff do hit, I don't want you to be like, I didn't know the gun was loaded, you know. So sorry, my dear. I don't want you to be like that. I want you to be ready. I want you to be prepared. And another thing, I know there's a prepper channel and people say, man, he don't never talk about prepping. I got videos on my channel that prep. I can only tell you to buy so much rice and beans, but I do show you stuff every now and then that I get from my prep. You know, I can only tell you to buy so much of this or buy so much of that. But you need to know what's going on because they will. Let me put it this way. They keeping secrets. You see what I'm saying? You know, they keep a secret. We almost like being behind the Iron Curtain on some things when it comes to the media. I don't know if you guys remember Radio Free Europe. See, I grew up in that time where they had the Iron Curtains and we had to hide up under our desks or go in the basements and hide against the wall at the school and stuff like that. And believe me, it looked like that we might be there because we almost at war with China. We almost at war with Russia. We always fighting somebody. You know, we fight a lot of other people's wars. And it's not going to get any better because that's the way things are. So I'm just going to say this. If you got kids, because it's back to school time, I'm not going to talk about the younger kids because they're where you can get to them. You know, because I remember when 9/11 happened, I went and got my daughter out of school. I'm on my job and I went and got her. But I'm telling you, like, when you got college kids and they out of state or they downstate or whatever, get them a bug-out bag. I'm not a bug-out bag, a get-home bag that they can have so when stuff get bad, that they got this bag, they can snatch out of their dorm room and take off and try to get home. Or else they're going to be trapped and stuck wherever they at, or they're going to be unprepared wherever they at. Make sure you explain to your kids the dangerous situation that could be upon them, because when this happened, people going to turn to animals. Maybe not your next door neighbor, maybe not the neighbor across the street or down this block, but people maybe from the other streets or the other blocks, and they might become animals. And it might be a gang, a roving mob that's going to come to your place and try to take what you got because they were too lazy to prepare. They were spending too many weekends at the club. But yet they want to come out and yell and scream and give me your stuff. And don't buy into that. Keep prepping, keep prepared, and keep protected yourself and your family because things are gonna get bad. And like I say, what's gonna make it bad for us is the people that's gonna try to take what you got. And I hate to say that because, you know, I hope that if things start slow, that we can get groups together. And I know that people heard me say this before, that nobody can make it alone. You don't want to be a lone wolf. You want to try to have some kind of organization, you know, some kind of people that got your back. But if you can't, you live in an apartment, you do your best. Do your best. Because just because you're old, because you're ill, because you're sick, or because you're broke, don't mean you can't survive. And that's all I want to say, YouTube. I know a lot of people don't watch my videos all the way, but that's okay. So thank you for watching.